This is Boxing Talk 8576. I want to talk about the matchup that should happen. It's been long overdue. It's been 5, 6 years in the making. Pacquiao versus Mayweather Jr. Super fight. We have had super fights in the past that that we can identify with certain times. Max Smelling, Joe Louis, Jake LaMotta, Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali, Frazier, Hagler versus Thomas Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard versus Hagler, and Sugar Ray Leonard versus Hearns. And then we had De La Hoya versus Trinidad. These are fights that people wanted to see, that they got to see, and the Pacquiao Mayweather fight falls under that umbrella. People want to see this fight. It's been long overdue. They should make the fight. Richard Schaefer and Bob Arum should go in a room. Get the kinks out the way. Do the demands. The money split and where they're going to fight and whatever. Just get everything out the way. I know Bob Arum and and De La Hoya don't have a good relationship, but Bob Arum and Richard Schaefer, they say they have a pretty good relationship, so they can get the fight done. Just go in the room, get the fight done. I know when this fight was talked about in the past about the money split, I thought the money split should have been 50-50, but now, since Manny had a stumbling block and got knocked out by Marquez, I believe it probably should be like 60-40. Mayweather should get 60, Pacquiao should get 40, and they split the pay-per-view revenue and just get the fight going. It lost some luster since 5 years ago, but people still want to see the fight. Some people say, oh, they turned off, they moved on from the fight, but if the fight was announced today, everybody will be back on, ready to see the fight. The fight will generate a lot of money. Both fighters probably will make over $100 million. I don't know why the fight can't get made. Some people say they're in different promotions. They can do a cross promotion. They did it with Lewis and Tyson. They can do it with this fight. I know they got HBO 24/7 and they got Showtime All Access. They can just, if they do like maybe six shows, they could do 3 24/7s and 3 All Access shows and show both of the camps on each show. Things can be done. There's ways for things to get done. It's a lot of money involved. Both parties know it's a lot of money, that can be split between each camp, each promoter, each fighter. I know there's some boxing channels on here that say, oh, why you keep talking about the fight? It's not going to fight. The fight is not going to happen unless Manny leaves Bob Arum. No, the fight can happen. Let's stop, going through the making excuses for these promoters. These promoters can make things happen when they want to make things happen. I know Bob Arum and Mayweather don't have a great relationship, but hey, this is money. This is business. They can put that personal stuff aside. Get the fight done. The fight done in May. I know there's a lot of people say, oh, Manny, because he beat Rios, he's not ready for Mayweather. What you mean he's not ready for Mayweather? Manny Pacquiao has the clout, the history. He's a Hall of Famer. He has the resume that's full of Hall of Fame fighters. He beat great fighters. He had great fights. What you mean he's not ready for Mayweather? It's not like he's an up-and-coming fighter like Broner, or Danny Garcia or somebody like that that's trying to, make a case that they should have a fight with Mayweather. Pacquiao, his case has already been made. All we had to see was him to come back and have a good performance and see how he looked. He looked great in the fight against Rios. Yes, in my opinion and many other people's opinions, Rios was tailor-made for Pacquiao. We all know that. But the fact of the matter was, it was a showcase to see how Pacquiao looks. He looked great. He boxed great. He moved in and out with his footwork. He threw a lot of punches. He didn't get tired. I didn't see no fatigue. He was fighting in the 12th round like he fought in the first round. So, and I think this Pacquiao Mayweather fight is a 50-50 fight. I'm not gonna give my prediction on it until it happens, till the fight is announced and it says it's gonna happen. Then I will give a full prediction on why I think it's 50-50. But I'm giving Mayweather his due. He's an all-time great. Pacquiao's an all-time great. I don't know where they're placed in the all-time greats, but this fight right here will place one above the other. Whoever wins this fight will say that they are, or they will have a higher spot on my all-time list, because Pacquiao was voted the fighter of the decade, and a lot of people's opinions. People say that this is Mayweather is a fighter of this era, which I agree he's a fighter of the era. But we need to see this fight. This fight needs to happen. I know it's a fight that's complicated for some people to say it won't go off. It will go off. The reasons why. Just leave me some comments below. Let me know why you don't think this fight should happen. In my opinion, the fight is long overdue. Let's just stop all the craziness and giving these promoters excuses why the fight ain't happening. They can make the fight happen. It's not rocket science. We're not building a ship to go out to outer space. They can get in the meeting, give Mayweather all his demands. Pacquiao is ready to take the drug test. We all know Mayweather should get the most money, the split money on the purse. We know that. Pacquiao, he dug himself a hole when he lost against Marquez by knockout. Before he lost to Marquez, I was with the 50-50 split, but now there's no 50-50 split because he lost. Mayweather deserved to get the most money. He beat Canelo. He's still undefeated. Pacquiao did beat Rios, to show that he's back. He may not be all the way back far as taking the punches. He didn't get really hit against Rios. He took some shots against Rios, but I still think that Marquez punch was more of a timing punch. It was a perfect punch, and by Pacquiao coming in, the momentum of the punch, then that's what knocked him out. I don't think it was like a crushing blow where Marquez, they was fighting, and Marquez just threw a punch that was and Marquez was Marquez is not a crushing puncher. He just had great leverage on that punch, and Pacquiao came in, and the combination of both is what knocked Pacquiao out. But Pacquiao usually has a track record of taking a good punch. He took some good punches in a lot of fights, so I don't have a question about his chin going forward. But both fighters will have, advantages in different areas in the matchup if they ever fight. So I want to see the fight. The world wants to see the fight. It should happen in 2014 in May. No, I don't want to see Pacquiao fight Bradley. I don't want to see Pacquiao fight Marquez again. I don't want to see Pacquiao fight Ruslan. It's no such thing as a tune-up fight. If you got a big fight that's about to happen, do the big fight. Don't try to say, okay, this fight, one more fight, then let's have a super fight, because either somebody can lose, somebody can get upset, and it happened throughout the history of boxing. Somebody lose, and then the fight can't go off. Right now, the fight can happen. You don't need a whole lot of hype for this fight. The hype been going on for 5 or 6 years. The hype is there. The roots are there. You don't have to plant any roots. Just let's get the fight going. You don't have to have Pacquiao fight Bradley again to get the fight even hotter. The fight is the hottest it's going to ever be. Well, far as now, the new breath of the fight, because back then, 5-6 years ago, it was hotter than it is now. But right now, the fight can happen. Let's get the fight going on. Leave me comments below. Let me know if you don't think the fight should happen. Give me the reason why the fight, in your opinion, shouldn't happen. This is Boxing Talk 8576. I'm out.